All right now, what's up, world? You know what I'm saying? You know what, Pastor Jennings? I really don't believe the Catholic Bible, you know what I'm saying, got 84 books. It might have 84 books, but the Catholic Bible, not really, you know what I'm saying, King James, Holy Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's been added to, subtracted from, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna let you see words like usury, taxes, interest. They ain't gonna let you see no stuff like that. And you even see, you know what I'm saying, where it still say, you know what I'm saying, where Jesus told the parable and said, you know what I'm saying, and the disciples said, and the word said, they said, lied on Jesus and said, he said, why didn't you take your talent to the bank and let it receive interest? You know what I'm saying? That's usury now, but they put it in the Bible, so they was accepting usury. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, man. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? God didn't deal with money, finances, discounts. God didn't do. That looked like a big old Mason Bible, Masonic Bible. And it ain't tampered with. It's just straight King James, but every book in the Bible. Like that Catholic Bible, them extra ones and shit. Mason Bible got that. You know what I'm saying? All them names that, Maccabees and second Maccabees and this and that. Where we talk about marijuana being the incense that Jeremiah hid. You know what I'm saying? And they was upset because he hid the marijuana, the incense. You know what I'm saying? That's why we didn't do crack, but we didn't do meth, we didn't do coke, but we did marijuana. But it was legalized marijuana. We called it legal K2. But you couldn't get pissed on it. It didn't have no TH. I think it's TH that it didn't have. Something in it it didn't have. So we can keep passing piss tests and won't be busted. But you have foremen, superintendents, general foremen buying more dope at work than, you know what I'm saying, anybody. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that bad when we was JV. But when it was, the early part, like U.S. contractors and, you know what I'm saying, Brown and Root and Team and, the Christian construction workers, you know what I'm saying? What is that? What was it? What was it? Construction? What was it? Something Christian construction workers. Something, damn, I wrote it down a while ago. CCCW. You know what I'm saying? What? It was some fellowship. That's it, FCCW. Fellowship of Christian construction, Fellowship of Christian Construction Workers was, our little lunchtime get together for Bible study. I loved that. I did it about 4 or 5 days, but shit, I was upstairs talking, hollering at the devil. I ain't working for you no more, devil. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? God forgive me for cussing. That's cussing, man. It ain't cursing. But it can be. You tell them, say the right word the right way. I know. Wait a minute, Pop. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, you know what I'm saying, I got to get you, you know what I'm saying, let you know what I'm talking about. Damn. Oh, okay. Shit. That's what I'm saying. You ain't too. Don't worry about that. All right. Now. Okay.
Viewers, you don't know the history of the Catholic Church. They took it upon themselves to take books out of the Bible.
They added and subtracted.
And they gave you 66.
Like God said.
God didn't give you 66 because within the 66, there's other books mentioned.
That's right.
As you can see, it's a very old Bible. But all the books is in here. You see this big old heavy Bible?
You got the Catholic for those. That's a big one too.
There's a big one.
I ain't talking about them, but most
now this Bible from 1611.
You gotta, they tell you straight up like an American.
1611.
Like person.
And got all the books in here. This big old Bible. Right here.
For centuries, believers have turned to the Bible as the ultimate source of divine truth. Yet few realize that not all sacred writings made it into the version we read today. Hidden in history are the so-called lost books, or apocrypha, ancient texts that once circulated among early followers of God, but were later removed from the biblical canon. Their mysterious exclusion has fueled questions, debates, and even controversy within the church. In this video, we'll explore the origins of these lost writings, why they were excluded, and how Pastor Gino Jennings boldly addresses them in his teaching on the Holy Scriptures. Despite their name, these books were never truly lost. They weren't buried or forgotten, but rather excluded or suppressed over time. Many of them, such as Tobit, Judith, Wisdom of Solomon, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, Baruch, 66 books found in most modern Bibles. Their removal is often traced back to the influence of the Catholic Church, which many believe intentionally left them out to maintain doctrinal control and theological consistency. The formation of the Bible we know today was not instantaneous. It evolved over centuries of debate and decision. Early Christian leaders inherited the Hebrew Scriptures, which were already the subject of discussion among Jewish scholars. This process highlights how authority, tradition, and interpretation played major roles in shaping what would ultimately be recognized as the Word of God. Pastor Gino Jennings, known for his fearless, scripture-based preaching, holds a striking view on this issue. He teaches
Saviors. As you turn the page, you also see in this Bible a book that is entitled The Wisdom of Solomon. So we didn't come up with no new books. I wasn't born in 18-something. As far as I know, I wasn't. But to you that been writing in and noticed that some wasn't able to follow us in some scriptures, they would write me, what kind of Bible are you using?
I always telling people what's right and wrong.
And the staff that we had to help us, camera zoom in on this.
That in your heart, your mind, soul.
The book is ready.
Put that in your mouth the way you can gospel and slander and all that.
It's ready in the book.
Put it in your heart to hide it. Christ is
complete.
Hidden. It's a secret.
It is said in history that the oldest quote-unquote Bible in the world is called the Ethiopic Bible. Meaning the Bible that's out of Ethiopia. Because I have all the scriptures in there.
And what we mess up cities. Because churches,
viewers, you don't know the history of the Catholic Church. They took it upon themselves to take books out of the Bible.
Sometimes the Baptist church
and they gave you 66.
So they can get out that little bit of wood.
God didn't give you 66 because within the 66 there's other books mentioned.
That's right. That's right.
So I know God didn't give you 66.
That's right.
You see this big old heavy Bible?
Next door to it.
That's a big one too, Pastor.
There's a big one.
Rodney Allen.
Now this Bible.
That's Rodney Allen house in Freeport now. But Bay City look just the same way. You know what I'm saying? Same driveway.
From 1611.
Everything. But it looks like it's in
1611.
Really in Freeport.
And got all the books in here.
Mexican person stayed there when
from 1611.
Danny Roy.
Got all of them in here. This big old Bible.
Look just like.
Wonderful.
Right
here. Amen. Many of your pastors, many of your bishops have very old Bibles on the pulpit. You ever been in churches and they got old Bibles like these, and some of them like they got 2 padlocks? Practically all the old Bibles have those books in them. Amen. Now let's go to work, and I'm going to show you within your own 66 books that you have how the Bible make reference to other books.
Numbers chapter 21 and at verse 14.
Amen.
Wherefore it is said in the book.
It is said in the book
of the wars of the Lord.
The book of the wars of the Lord.
What he did in the Red Sea and in the books of
What
Arnon.
God did in the Red Sea and the books of Arnon.
Now in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 1.
What do you mean? Same thing that was written in one book. What God done for Israel when they opened up the Red Sea was written in a book that's called the War
of the Lord.
Of the Lord. Amen. You never heard of that, did you, viewers? Amen. But it's within your 66 books. Numbers chapter verse.
Numbers chapter 21.
It's in the book of Numbers. It's in the book of Numbers chapter 21 and 14th verse. Keep traveling.
Wherefore also it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord.
Yes.
What he did in the Red Sea and in the books of Arnon.
Yes.
And at the stream of the brooks that goeth down to the dwelling of Ai.
Yes.
And lieth upon the border of Moab.
All right.
Now the book of 2 Samuel chapter 1, we'll start at verse 17.
2 Samuel 1.
It's getting on people's nerves, getting in the way of regular people, not sinners, because they not sinners. Drinking, smoking, going to club, not sinning. You know what I'm saying? So you just judging the children of God wrongfully. God ain't no wrathful God. That ain't wrath. God ain't no crazy maniac, dragon that's gonna burn you. You know what I'm saying? He teach you a lesson that you learn a lesson. You know, we learn what we do by doing it every day. Love what you do, the better you do it. You know what I'm saying? Love what you do, the better you do it.
And big shout out to my chosen ones. Shouts out to all of you that are listening to this on patreon.com/PrettyBossTV. If I do post this on YouTube, just remember where you can find full episodes of the 828 podcast, PrettyBossTV.com, patreon.com/PrettyBossTV. For those of you who are here, you're somebody who has dealt with a lot of energies in your life that
can you tell? And when you see it,
it's like they just want to control you, you know?
Just like
some of you came up in very dictator-like environments.
You know what I'm saying? Just like Pam.
Some of you could have come up in environments that, you know, had a military edge to them where everything is about a certain look, everything is about a certain order, but underneath the surface there's no emotional nuance or depth, you know.
Tiffany
and some of you that are here, you're still battling some of these forces against your life. And when I say battling,
the one that had a bike like ours,
I don't mean as
Jerome. No,
and you don't know who you are, as in you're not making the moves that you need to make. But some of you just have a lot of energies around you that come with that energy, you know.
Love my brother.
Some of you just attract people who really want to control your life, control you. And a lot of this is a spiritual warfare that's underneath the surface of the obvious things. So for those of you who this message is for, you're somebody that you've been on a very long spiritual journey. Life has been a long journey. The spiritual journey has been long. The emotional journey has been long. The physical journey has been long. Also, I'm speaking to somebody or something that as much things are it's almost like you're a person who you should have been living a completely different life. There is an energy of destiny swapping, but some of you, it's just you've had a lot of forces working against you. I ain't even gonna lie. Whoever this is for, some of you right now that are listening to this, you could be dealing with a lot of spiritual warfare. Some of you, make sure that you do what you need to do to protect yourself, cleanse yourself. You know, I've told people that you can program your reality to where people send things against you. It actually propels you forward. But if you want to return to sender, do that. You feel me? Whatever you like to do. You feel me? But protect yourself during this time, because some of you really do have certain visceral opposition being sent against you. And when I say visceral, it's because we know there are a lot of people who foolishly practice witchcraft and negative things without being aware of it, right? So manipulation is a form of witchcraft. When people are thinking negative against you, talking negative against you, speaking negativity over your life, even directly to you, these are all forms of negative interference and control, right? Of demonic influence. But when I say viscerally, like, we're not just talking about the people who are doing these things and not realizing what they're doing. Like, some of you literally got people that's been coming against you energetically. Some of you, it could be a person in your physical life. Some of you, it could be people in your physical life. Some of you, it's like you dealing with a I don't know, I can never say that word, but a amalgamation of things. I don't even know if I'm using the right term, but like, I don't know, I was just hearing conglomerate. But what I'm really trying to say is some of you are dealing with a lot of things in one. So some of you, I just gave different examples, but you dealing with all the above. So just do what you led to do. You feel what I'm saying? Right now is the time to protect yourself above all things. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do to protect your peace, to protect the direction that you're heading in. Because again, those of you who this is for, like, you went through fire, you know. Like I said, some of you were born in fire. Some of you were etched out of the womb of fire. Like, some of you just, it's been attacks against you since birth. Some of you were supposed to be aborted. And I'm gonna go back to the original message, like
going in hot lotion.
Some of you literally have been living lives like subpar to what you were destined and called to do.
So little, man.
Like, some of you literally is like destiny's been swapped. You feel me? Like, some of you out here watching other people live the life that you were supposed to live. And when I say other people, I don't mean like literally multiple people. I mean like some of you literally got a person that's in the position that you should be in, like that you may know of, you may be aware of. It could be a public figure, it may not be a public figure, it could be somebody in your family, it could be many different things. But for some of you, just depending, you know what your heart and mind and soul lead you to understand and know. So anyways, right now, the main thing that those of you who are listening to this are dealing with at this stage in your life is you have different energies that are fighting to control you.
Checking behind contracts.
So for some of you, it almost feels like sometimes you can never get in an authentic connection, because when you get in connections with people, regardless of the form of it, it could be romantic, right? It could be whatever, family. But a lot of you already know that control coming for your family environment, so I really don't even feel like speaking on that right now. A lot of you are open and like almost a magnet to some of these type of energies because you were primed for them early in your life. So it's almost like one of the things that you'll realize is when you hear stories of people who've been assaulted from young ages, what you'll see over their life is a pattern of abuse. So it might be like, yeah, it started when I was 3 years old over here. Then they might go somewhere else, turn 6, 7, 8, 9, and somebody else does the same thing, and then they get older, and then they like, and then when I went over here, the same thing happened. So for some of you, you have experienced that, and my sincere condolences. Like, we out here, you feel me? But
man, I'm finna die.
But if it's not that, because I do feel like that is a specific case for some of you that I'm speaking to. But for others of you, it might not be that exact thing, but it's that energy, right? So it's almost like there's something that you were primed for from a young age. Like, there was something that you got acclimated to. And for some of you, this is very controlling energies. And the thing about it, because for those of you who I'm speaking to, we all know over here on Pretty Boss TV, like, this is leader of leaders over here. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm a leader. Everybody know that. Facts. And a lot of people who are drawn to what I do, they have leadership within themselves. Some of you are leaders. Some of you are emerging leaders. You know, some of you are leaders and you don't realize it just because it might not look like what society promotes as leaders. You know, you see these loud, ignorant people on TV that they push because ignorance is, you know, that's just the vibration of the planet. Most people love that. So a lot of people will see the ignorant things being pushed. A lot of people, what you'll see is a lot of things that are not necessarily conducive to the edification of the mind, body, and spirit being promoted. And then people who are loud and really wrong, let's just keep it a buck, that ends up looking like leadership when a lot of people don't understand that's just very insecure ignorance that's loud. You feel what I'm saying? It makes me think, like, and I'm gonna get these, I'm not ever gonna mention this girl name again. Because there are certain things that I'm like, it is what it is. Like everybody that I can look at and see and witness, like there's positives and negatives I can say about anybody, including myself. Nobody's perfect, right? But one of the people I gotta use because she's popular, right? And people talk about her a lot. And I've always had my opinions about her. And there are certain things I love about her. But let me use the example of Cardi B, for example, because everybody probably knows who this is, right? So Cardi B comes across as a person that's very loud, boisterous, tell it like it is. That's why a lot of people just accept her, because it's like, even if she doesn't represent you as a person, even if she doesn't represent you, let me talk to my females as a woman, maybe you're not that type of woman. But it's like, okay, I can't do nothing but respect it, because at least they're being themselves, right? But I tried to listen to the new Cardi B album, and it was one thing she said on there that I'm like, I already knew this, but I'm gonna be real. I'm to the point in my career, in my journey, in my life, where I just gotta keep it 100, family. Like it's too much fake stuff out here that it's if I'm a participant in this environment of being online, then I just gotta kick it how it is. You feel me? Like if everybody want to go against what I say, that's cool, but I gotta keep it a buck. And what I realize in this day and age, being real, is we used to always say this even back in the millennial era, early 2000s, 90s, baby, shouts out to where y'all at. But we used to always say, we was like the last of a dying breed, right? You'll hear a lot of people saying that, even the generation that came before. Shouts out to Gen X. I love Gen X. I got mad respect for Gen X. But, we would say last of a dying breed. So now I'm living in an era where I'm really seeing like, it is that. You feel me? We were saying that when we were seeing the things change and things die off, but now we're living in that era where it's not really that many real ones out here. And the things that are fake are the things that gets all the attention, all the push. So going back to my example about Cardi B, this is a person that most people tell me, she real, she this, she that.
No prices.
But one of the lyrics that stood out to me when I was listening to a few songs on the album is she was like, said something about her teeth. She was like, I used to talk about my teeth and that used to kill me, right? But when people were talking about her teeth, her crooked teeth and the way she looked, she would sit there and act like, look, she good, she confident, she don't care, she ain't worrying about that, she gonna keep the crooked teeth, right? But deep down on the inside, she was feeling that, right? She had her own insecurity. See, if there's something that somebody tells you about yourself, if it's not insecurity, it's not gonna make you feel insecure. I'll tell you like this: people have in my past, my uncle growing up, every motherfucking day, and the moon every motherfucking night. I love my forehead. So honestly, if somebody told me I have a big forehead now, like that's cool. I'm not even gonna take that as a negative or a positive. Like I don't know what you mean by that, but for me, I love it. You ain't never gonna see me get a forehead reduction. You feel what I'm trying to say? But so I said that to say, just because people say things about you, people used to talk about my lips. I remember when I was in high school. I mean, in elementary school, I had this boy that had a huge crush on me. So one day I guess he thought he found something. He's like, "You got these big lips. Your lips big." Da 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 da. And so I was like, that's cool. I got big, luscious lips, something you'll never have anything to do with. I said something slick like that came out of my mouth. I never even used that word before. And then he's so dumb, he fell for it. He hooked on it. Now his joking is this didn't even work. He couldn't even stick to his diss for a day. Now every time he see me, you got them luscious lips, right? So I said that to say, if that was something I was insecure about, that could have crushed me then. I could have been out here getting lip reductions, even though we see that's not the case. Now everybody and their mama wants some luscious lips. But I digress. I'm not getting into that. But what I'm trying to say is, going back to the part about Cardi B, I'm like, she put on to be this very secure person, this person that tells it like it is. But what we really see, you see opposite. You see insecurity screaming. You see a person that's broken. And this is the person that's really like, I don't know, the head of y'all people out there that follow that type of stuff. I don't know. You feel me? I feel like a lot of people just follow a lot of the wrong things. I'm not really connected to what people do. So, but I just know when I pop in, when I look online, I see things, right? So I don't know. I guess this is y'all Queen B that people look up to. And when I say y'all, I'm being a little facetious here because I know I'm talking to pretty bosses. But we got some of them sprinkled in the midst of Pretty Boss TV too. So when I say y'all, you're my real ones, I ain't talking to you specifically, but this is what these type of people follow. And so I was thinking about it. I'm like, dang, that gave anybody who's ever seen the 8 Mile, when what was his name, Eminem, they were like, well, damn, Em, what you gonna do when they start talking about you? They gonna talk about how you took your girl and messed with your girl and how you from the projects, and not from the project, but how you from a trailer park and this and that. What are you gonna say when they say those things? So then Eminem was back there. He got on stage He ended up dissing himself and putting his own trash out there so that it kind of took the power away from anybody else who could do it.
Yeah, that's
so
what he did.
I had that just epiphany when I thought about Cardi B, because one of the things that I always was like, well, at least, she herself, like she accept her.
But most scriptures that you tell that really God, they don't believe it's in there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show me that. You know what I'm saying? People don't even believe God's word when it's. I told you, man, when you write something down on tablet, you know what I'm saying, and that'll scare motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, it's it. When they read it, you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying.
Never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to go to court.
I urine a lot, and I feel like your bladder must be coarse. Like
My bladder small. I pee. It's like, poof.
it just all come out at one time. You pee like diarrhea.
Yeah. Yeah, I pee like a sneeze.
You can't control it.
Hey, Chad, folks be in the bathroom.
I am who I am, and I've been very successful doing it this way. I gotta keep it like this. I do. I mean, the only time I get emotional is when I say, okay, I made a mistake. My biggest mistake was fucking over my family. That's like one of my biggest, like I could really talk about that and be emotional about that, but not to the point to where I'm gonna cry. I did it, I happened, we learned from it, and
Adam,
we
Franklin,
move on. You know, I try to teach my sons to be way better than I was. Cause I was out there, and I try to teach them now. Don't do that. If you're gonna talk to this person, let them know what it is. Begin it. Don't sell them something and do like so. But I don't know if it's healthy or unhealthy. I am who I am. Nice, humble, take care of my family, and don't care.
When you ask,
like the biggest thing I tell my kids, stop reading comments.
They know them.
Because if you let nobody affect somebody, then the nobody wins. But who am I to tell any one of you guys about the NFL? I'm Shaq in my world, but I don't know nothing about your world, so how can my comments be validated? Now, if Barry Sanders says something to one of y'all, I'm sure y'all got to look at it differently. You know, Michael Irvin, like somebody that's been there and done that at a higher level. So I always tell my kids, if you're going to read something, before you get emotional and sensitive, see if there's some truth inside the criticism. And then two, who is saying it?
Yeah.
I don't never listen to nobody. You can't tell me shit, nothing. What you say or what you write.
Don't see
If
God
it's coming
in
from a
that
peer or somebody above,
listen
I'll
to you.
always
I know
listen to
it, 'cause
it. You know what I'm saying? I figured that out because when I was balling in LA, I was putting in work. Kareem said, yeah, he's an okay player, but how come they keep getting swept? Like, I can't.
That's Reem.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Reem got 6. I can't. He ain't got 1. He got 6. So I'm like,
all you gotta do is keep.
So I had to say, okay, maybe he's right, and it made me turn it up a little bit. And I was able to get 3 or 4. You know, like I told you the other day when you was going through your stuff, all those people had something to say. You said what you said. So what? Say what? Like, I don't know y'all, but I respect y'all enough. If y'all say something that I disagree with, I'm not gonna try to fight you. But literally, you said what you said, I said what I said, and we move on. If I see you with your family, what's up, my man? What's up? Like it ain't. We need to learn how to have a conversation and not always agree, but not always try to go at each other. Like that's the only thing that's the only problem I have with us. Like you never see CNN going at Fox. It's always just us.
Alive,
I mean, but you know, it gives us that mystique and you know makes us who we are. But I love this show. I love the professionalism that you guys. I love your point of view, and I love watching you guys' show. And I'm super proud of all you guys. I don't have your number, but I always, you know, let him know that, like, hey, man, you guys are good. Like, I didn't realize he was good because one time we were out for Emmy. Shit, I thought I was going to win until they showed his clip. I was like, motherfucker. I've been here 12 years, and, like, as a show, we probably got 10, 11 Emmys, but, like, oh, coming up for Emmy, Shaquille O'Neal. I was like, shit, I'm about to win. Then they showed his clip. I was like... like, see, look, motherfucker, eyes were, see, y'all think I'm crying. I ain't crying. Like, I saw him. I was like, I knew he was good. I was like, that's my professional, and he's good, and he won.
Can't go
I
to
told him in the back, I said, hey, man,
get a woman,
I'm proud of you.
and not
you have to
look
learn how to
like
do
somebody
that
from
sometimes. Like, I'm Shaq, but I'm not high enough on my horse to where I can't say, good job, my boy.
Right.
Good job, my dog.
Do you know how much that means to people though? Like when you do reach out and you say good job or you show love, how have you been able to quantify what that means to other people?
Yeah, but it don't mean the same thing. I respect you because I'm jealous of you. I've always used jealousy as motivation.
Yeah.
I wish I was well versed as you. I wish I had the vocabulary you had. Me and you the same. We got this sense of humor. Me and you the same. No disrespect to y'all. But when you speak, you speak on another whole eloquent level. And I wish I had that sometimes. So when I reach out, it's like, one, I know who you are. I know you went to school. So, we have that. But you guys have been nothing but nice to me. So I have to show respect. I'm like, man, y'all. This show's fucking good. That's why when you call on my day off.
I appreciate you too, dog.
Day off and say, hey, I'll do it because I have respect for you. And then she told me my favorite camera guy was there, so I know this shit gonna be a That's my boy right there, Charlie.
Earlier, when you mentioned your grandmother, buying her the home that you wanted, it made me think about the people that you come across and the different things that I've seen or heard where your generosity, like, is well known. RC's talking about showing love, man. Like,
Robert, a good dude.
You're bigger than the world, but you always bring yourself down to look people or meet people where they are. Like, where did that come from, and why is it important?
Because we're lucky.
But
I'm not smarter than you. I don't have a bigger vocabulary than you. I look better than you. I don't look better than you. I look better than this. I look better than you. Aren't you ugly ass?
You are more attractive than me.
Because, like, I look at all these superstars that had it given to them. I had to work for mine. So I've been a nobody longer than I've been a somebody. So when you're a nobody, people treat you a certain way. So now that I'm a somebody, I don't want to be treated like a somebody. I did a press conference. I wanted to make it go viral. It didn't go viral. I did a press conference about 9 years ago. I said, don't say I'm a celebrity. Y'all celebrities are fucked up. Y'all assholes. Y'all stupid. You disrespect people. You shit on people. I don't want to be like that. Y'all done seen me 100 times. It's either me or two of my boys. That's it. I don't have no entourage. We don't disrespect people. We don't shit on people. So to answer your question is,
no numbers of 30.
I've always said to myself, my mama's watching. What would she say if she saw me acting like a goddamn fool?
What else?
It would hurt her heart. Because from 2 to 15, I hurt her heart every goddamn day, doing dumb shit. Right below the guns, and I'm not saying I'm a gangster, but anything below guns and all that crazy shit, I was a master at it. Stealing, all that dumb shit, and it would just hurt her heart. And I remember my father disciplined me one time. That motherfucker hit me so hard, he changed my life. He did that motherfucker hit me so hard. I don't know what happened, but it just felt like my brain was like, and then I was like, yes, sir. And after that, I've been
that lopsided turn.
Like, cause it just, he got tired, they got tired, everybody was tired, and I just was like, you know what? I don't want to be that. And they did a great job of preaching horror stories. What I like about the world we live in now is everybody's mistake is amplified.
You ain't never told me that.
We didn't really have that, so my father would have to pick and choose his stories. But now you see a person make a mistake.
23.
That's why I always say I'm not a role model, I'm a real model. If I make a mistake and you follow me and you see I made a mistake, and you can tell your kid, hey man, I know you like Shaq, but he fucked up, don't do that. That's what I like about this social media thing, is everybody's mistakes is amplified. Now you can say, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I like that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to follow that. So I just, I never consider myself a superstar because I'm just a regular guy that followed the rules, that believed in something, that went after something, and I had a higher purpose. My higher purpose was always buy my mama a new house. That's it. Like, I used to see my mama work so fucking hard, bro. And my daddy. And they have shit to show for it. And then they say, hey, man, you can make... My dream was to make $8 million for 10 years. That's $800,000. And then the money changed, and I was able to make $40 million.
your daddy got
I'm like, you know what? You ain't working no more, mama. Daddy, you ain't working no more. Brothers and sisters, I'm gonna pay for all your shit too. That's my higher purpose. And then we had stories of, hey, you know, athletes always lose that shit. So now I got to figure ways to keep it, and not only keep it going, and keep it going for them, for all my children. So just, you know, makes me continue to work hard. But the quicker you create something, you can lose it even quicker, especially by doing dumb shit. So shitting on people is dumb.
Yeah.
Disrespecting people is dumb. Treating people lesser than is dumb. I don't have to do that. Like, I go in the clubs and I see these motherfuckers.
Thank you, God. Thank you,
Like,
God.
that used to be me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna shit on you, my man. That used to be me, but bring it down, my boy. What you mean? I said, man, you don't have to do that. Like, people know who you are. You gotta realize people like you, but then there's just some. You see that motherfucker over there?
Yeah.
He look like he don't like you.
Yeah.
He look like he don't like you. So, and you gotta know where you at, because down there where we live at, they don't give a fuck about who you is.
Try not to brag.
So, you know.
Jack, you mentioned like don't treat you like a superstar or you're not a superstar.
You do it all the time.
Respectfully, you're lying because you were and you are.
Better than somebody.
It didn't feel like when you played. And maybe it's talk TV or it's debate TV. It didn't feel like we were always trying to figure out who the next star was. When you became a star, everybody knew it. You won championships. You're the most dominant big man. I feel like every conversation is Halliburton a star? Is Cat a star? Is SGA the guy? Is Anthony Edwards going to be the face of the NBA? Why is it so different now?
And the reason why it's different now because you look at all these guys' games and they go like this. I don't know who they are mentally, but
$20 trust
remember I told you jealousy motivate me? Let's go back to high school. When I first got to high school, I wasn't the man. There's 2 motherfuckers ahead of me. I'm going after their shit. I'm going after them. They leave, now I'm the man. Now when I get to college, I'm thinking I'm the man, and everybody's there. So now I got to start all over. Chris is there, Stanley is there, and I'm the man. So now when I get in the NBA, all these motherfuckers ahead of me. Michael, Dominique, Isaiah, Charles, Malone, Robinson. I want the fucking spot. So when they start fizzling out, I seen that little window. I'm taking this shit. And I don't. When nobody say I'm taking it. So when one person plays like and says like I'm taking it, then it'll be definitive. Tyrese Halliburton has a good game. This guy has a good game. So like we don't know who we should give it to. But Charles Barkley made the best point ever. You know, you can't give that away. Somebody got to go take it. Right now, SGA is taking it. And he's taking it surely, smoothly. He ain't saying he's not being arrogant about it. With his play, he's taking it. I'm the type that when I watch the guys play, and I get criticized for this, because my thing is, I've seen Magic, I've seen Jordan, I've seen Kareem, I've seen greatness. I played with Penny, played with Kobe, played with D-Wade, LeBron. I've been a part of greatness. If you're not in that category, I'm not giving you no type of props. They want me to just give you props now. No. You're not. If you couldn't have played with us or played like these guys, I'm not fucking with you. SGA is in there now.
Wow.
Stephen Curry's in there now. Giannis and Joker, those guys are in there now. So when they talk about who the next guy is, I say you got to give it to SGA right now because he's taking it. If he wins the championship this year, it's his league.
And that new, you talking about the young boys with, even right now, Halliburton and SGA, the dudes that's still in it. Is this new age media athlete, are they still the same as the names you just brought up? You talking about D-Wade, Kobe, Jordan, Kareem. You were saying names that were just, I don't know what they would have done, big dog, but are these new age athletes the same as the dudes, or can they compete with those dudes in this new age and new world?
A lot of people think the Gen Z athletes are better. I disagree.
Because Bay City, I say Bay City, but
I think Edwards could have played with us. Halliburton definitely could have played with us because he's more like Penny Hardaway. He likes to get guys involved, but I still think my era was, the era before that was very tough, and I think my era was tougher. And what I also like about this new era is you get different conversations, and then you get professional guys like us talking about it in a professional manner, and then you get the non-professional guys, and then you get the guys that want to be us, and then you get guys that want to be them, and now it's a million different outlets, a million different podcasts, and a million different channels. It's a great conversation. Like the GOAT conversation is a great conversation to me. I just want the proper conversation. Mike, of course, I don't mind LeBron, but where's Kobe? And should we put Steph Curry in there now? That's all. Like, I don't care who you pick, who you vote for. I just want to have, that conversation.
You want Steph. Because those first three is always in there, but I ain't heard Steph in the conversation.
I feel like Kobe doesn't get into the conversation enough on a larger scale.
And he should. But, it's good barbershop talk. Like, I'm on my phone all day. I love listening to all the perspectives. But because I have no emotions, I don't get too bent out of shape about it. Certain things I get bent out of shape about. Like when they was fucking with him, got bent out of shape about that. But because my mom was watching, I can't go crazy. So I hit him. I said, hey man, you good? Because if he good, y'all good, I'm good. If he not good, then you know what I'm saying, I got to take off on my family. But he said he was good, so I was like, all right, we could you say something, it should be it. Now all up, stop. And then I hate when you acting like you're tough. Don't do that. Don't do it. Like, I don't even know you, but come on, bro. I know you're not that. Stop it. Come on, dog. Like, right? Yeah.
Working on my pivot. You talking about conversation, right? We had a conversation the other day where we talked about, got 3 small market teams in the conference finals and a big market team.
I saw that.
What are you guys going to talk about that it's 2 small market teams, or does that even matter?
Thank you.
You made up a great point. But I think what you forgot to focus on is who's playing in those small markets. Yeah, OKC is a small market, but SGA is the baddest motherfucker on the planet. If he gets Tyrese, you're still leaning towards OKC. But what if? What if Tyrese is a dog like us? Because I know we all were kind of underdogs in high school, and then we had to build a name for ourselves, right? So it may turn out to be a good series. And they run, both teams run. Both teams shoot threes. This shit might be exciting. Right? And then OKC is a great fan base. I just left Indiana yesterday. It's a nice fan base. So it depends on how the games are played and how the flow goes. It's not going to be highly publicized because the names aren't big enough. But if you're fans like we're fans, that's going to be a running gun series. I'd rather than play Indiana than play New York. New York's going to be slow down. That'll be a boring series to me. But Indiana versus OKC, where both teams run, and that shit may be some nice basketball to watch.
You think it's good for the NBA though if it's 2 small market teams? Because and you may think this is different. It was great when you and Penny were in Orlando, and because your name was so big and his name was so big, that team was marketed. But it wasn't like when you went to LA. For the NBA, is it better if we get these teams in the big market to be the teams that show up in championships?
I think it is better, marketing-wise, NBA viewership-wise, but the big name markets got to step up. The big-time players in the New Yorks and Phoenixes and Golden State and Lakers, you got to step up. We have the best teams coming out of West and the best coming out of East, but as a fan, I wouldn't mind see 2 young running teams, shooting threes, talking shit, 2 guys that can handle and shake people, make people go, ooh. When you talk about big market, small market, I think social media takes that away. Because you got, like, for example, a guy in a small market going to be making $75 million. He just got eligible for that goddamn Supermax. $350 for 5. That's $75 million a year. So Guaranteed. So, I mean, I understand big market, small market, but I'd rather have $75 million in Oklahoma than $75 million in LA. Because in LA, you cut that shit in half, you only bring home 30. I don't know what the tax is in Oklahoma. So, I think the small market, big market is slowly disappearing, depending on the player, the status of the player.
Hey, Shaq, how would the old school, the OKC big 3 from back in the day, KD, Harden, and Russ, fare against this OKC squad?
They got a big 3, Chet, Jalen, and SGA. That's what the people on TV said.
They have a cell phone commercial where they all wore the same jacket.
I just
Freddie,
the reason I ask it is because many feel that those guys somewhat underachieved.
And we're all responsible for this. We give away too many titles sometimes. They got a big 2. That J-Dub serious, he can play. Other guy's just a role player. Stop it.
Chet Holmgren's just a role player?
Yes.
But
he's a great role player. He's a Horace Grant or Tony Kukoc, not taking away, but he's not a big three. Stop it.
But
Stop
I
it.
would say that being one of the best big men in the history of basketball.
Who?
You.
Oh, okay. I thought about
You
was about to get mad at you. He thought you were talking about Chet.
I told you the first interview. Don't bring your big ass around me now. you too big to wrestle with. But you even the Go Bears, even still in right now, the Go Bears and the Miles Turners, and like I think you have to criticize, but I don't think basketball has real big men anymore.
They don't.
Do you see? And so your criticism of Chet is because he's not like you. He's back there shooting. Karl Anthony Towns, he's got his big ass outside the three-point line every damn play. It upsets me watching the Knicks because he's never down in the paint.
What makes me me? Because I played at a high level, right?
You played at a very high level.
And that's all I want people to do, play at a high level. You ain't gonna be me. Nobody gonna be. I tell my son, you motherfuckers ain't gonna be me. I'm crazy. I'm psycho. I used to eat bookers when I was little.
Stop.
Yeah, that dog
That's
twice.
So it's not that what you be like when you 7'4" making 250. Don't let motherfuckers dunk on you, Rudy Gobert. It ain't that I'm criticizing. Like just be great. Throw some balls. Like they dropping you off, you fumbling the ball. Be great. Like it ain't. I don't want you to be like man. I just want you to be great. So, a lot of people get the misconception, you want Dwight Howard to be like, no, man, to be great. You coming out of telephone booths, flying in the air, dunking, be great. Average 25, 15. So, but you're right, there is no more big man. And I hate that it's a copycat league. I really hate it. Like, somebody asked me the other day, what would I average? I would average 50. And the reason I average 50 because I don't do what everybody else is doing.
If somebody
you shoot three on me, Joker, you better fucking make it because I'm going to run right by you and stand in the middle of the lane and watch you and your whole team go 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. And Penny going to push that and throw it and I'm going to dunk it. And I know for a fact I'll make 15 twos before you make 10 threes. I'm getting 30. I'm getting 30 every night. And then now when you foul somebody that's a flirter, so guys don't really want to foul you hard, that's another 10 points right there. And then I'm going to concentrate on the free throw, get that elbow. And that's 45 points right there. Oh, Shaq couldn't play in this league. Shaq ain't known for defense. Okay, Joker, you can hit a three, but again, I'm going to run right by you and I'm going to steal my ass in the lane and ain't nobody moving me. Because you know what? If you move me, you make my mama move out of her house. And that shit ain't going to happen.
Like, you keep talking about the things you got to do, Shaq, and you can't watch TV and not see a commercial with your face on it. And we know that you're constantly doing business, continuing to acquire different things to build this empire you're building. When we met with you the first time and we sat and talked, you talked about what was your biggest regret, the thing you fumbled. How fulfilled are you with the life that you've lived?
I'm not fulfilled at all. Because again, when you're raised a certain way, like for example, I got a new plane yesterday and my guy is like, why you not?
You gonna just say that like that, smooth like that?
No, I'm just saying like, I don't get happy because it's always the next. Right? That's what, like it's all. I'm programmed to once I get something, celebrate it for a couple of seconds, and then move on. Okay, I got this new plane, but it's not about new plane. It's about create more opportunities for myself. Now instead of waiting or calling to go meet with somebody to come fly to do your interview, I'll just fly myself, and I think that keeps me motivated. I could stop right now, but I don't want to stop. You know why? I don't want to stop for them because I read all the time. And I'm looking at the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. I want my kids to be like the O'Neills. I want like 40 years when I'm going right now. Hey, Edward O'Neill, how'd you get this? With my great-great-grandfather. Like I want that shit. You see what I'm saying? So it just keeps me motivated. I'm blessed. I'm lucky. But I think my greatest attribute is I listen to two people. I listen to a secretary that had a baby at 16 years old and used to take the baby to her mother's house, and her mother used to go, this one right here is special. And I listened to an Army drill sergeant who was a high juvenile delinquent who got in a lot of trouble. And one of his relatives who was a cop says, you can either go to jail or you join the Army. And he joined the Army. And then he met my mother, and then he raised me. They created all of this. And they used to tell me this in the 70s. You can do this, I never believed them. Man, you're going to have your own plane. Man, man, your house gonna be so big, you're gonna have a bowling alley in that motherfucker. I just be sitting there like, for real, I am? And all that shit came true. So if they said it then and it came true, this is the blueprint. So I could never change the blueprint. Listen, I'm happy about my life. Really happy about my life, but I don't get too happy. Because the day I get too happy is the day it'll be all gone. And by that time, I'll be in the old folks' home, in the villages.
The villages? Why your old folks' home would be in the villages?
You know who Deion Cole is?
Yeah.
So Deion Cole, in his last special, and it fucked me up ever since. He said, where the 40-year-old is at? Where the 50-year-old is at like me? They said 20 summers left. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
In 20 summers, I'm gonna be 70. Mm-hmm. In 17 summers, this summer now, so after this summer, 16 summers, I'm gonna be 70. I'm about to have so much fun. So when I turn 70, I'm going straight to the villages. And I'm gonna be partying like a mother.
It ain't too far from Orlando, straight up the turnpike. You know, with all that you've done, Shaq, talk about power moves. You're the president of Reebok basketball, right?
Yeah, so again, remember I told you jealousy motivates me? So yesterday I donated 2,000 pair of shoes. So when I go to kids, what you want? I give them what they want. Man, me get them Jordans. All right, hey man, give them Jordans. Like it ain't all about me, it's all about them. Mm-hmm. But whatever y'all want, I don't, like we're all in this business together. Like I want KD to be successful, I want all you guys to be successful. So I met with this kid one day, he was like, I want some Jordan 12s. You know, I don't know. I never was a Nike guy, so I don't know. He didn't want the red, like I just bought him some Jordan. He's like, nah man, I want the 12s. I'm like, what the f is the 12s? Like I don't even know what that is. So I'm calling Reebok, I'm like, how many shoes do I got? No, seriously, like this motherfucker, like, and then I go to the category, Jordan is Jordan, he's the man. Like I'm like, damn, got some shit. Where my shit at? So I'm calling Reebok, and Adidas had bought Reebok and bought up all the contracts, NFL, UFC, and kind of push Reebok out of the way. So I'm calling Reebok, like, man, where my shoe at? Like they released the Shaq Gnosis and the other one. That's two. I'm like, we're 3, 4, 5. We're the Hall of Fame. Right. So they don't have nothing. So Adidas kind of pushed Reebok away. So the company that I'm involved with, Authentic Brands Group, we buy brands. So I encourage my guys, said, man, we got to buy Reebok. They got to be real big. We got to buy Reebok and bring them back. For me, it was just an opportunity to bring them back to some type of prominence. And it's a challenge. You know, when I was coming up, we were never number 1, but we were never number 3. Number 2, like, I learned in business, it's okay to be next to the man. I remember one time I came out with an energy drink. You can't go against Red Bull, mother. You can't. If Red Bull right there, your ass better be next to him. I know that shit. So in all the stores, you got your Nike and all that. Well, put my shit right there. Just put, like, when I first came in, I didn't sell no shoes. And I had to learn the business. I said, where's Mike at? Mike right there? All right, put me right there. Just put me on that same motherfucker wall as Mike. You're going to see Mike and be, oh, what's that? Oh, that's the shit. Give me them. Like, hey, if I can get a percentage of what you're doing, I'm fine. So we were number 2.
That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? We good. You know what I'm saying? But merchandise, you know what I'm saying, is what we give away. We don't put price tags on it. We don't have percentages and 10% this, 10% that. That's what usury is. So we try not to use interest, taxes, and all that shit. And we try not to buy and sell, period. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because keep buying and selling any kind of way, you know what I'm saying? The enemy gonna come and that money gonna snatch our ass. Because money is death, not life. You know what I'm saying? Money ain't no love for money. Or the people who doing it, money way. You know what I'm saying? It ain't love, man. Killing everybody, because everybody can't work. You know what I'm saying? Because you got too many old ass people, and you got too many young ass people, and you ain't got no midstream. You don't have no 21 to 45 truck drivers and welders and this and that. All my welders, 60 and up, 50 and up. Now I'll go to 45, Daddy. This Gilbert. 45, 49 up. That's welders. Boiler makers, pipe fitters, and all that. They talk about they shoes. But I'm talking about my gas, my diesel, my oil, my everything. Antifreeze, you know what I'm saying, alcohol, you know what I'm saying, nitrous, anything we used to use, we ain't gonna get rid of what we had. We just gonna branch out and make it available more places, more cars, more trucks, whatever we need. We got more people, so shouldn't be arguing with God about it.